Welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below. As well, check out the Patreon. Right now, you're getting, for $1 a month, you're getting 2 exclusive videos a month. That will be expanding to 4 to 6 videos exclusive a month over on Patreon in the very near future. So check us out, $1 a month, and you get exclusive content that you won't see here on the YouTube channel. Now, on to the story. Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein has committed suicide, according to officials, where he was being held. And of course, Jeffrey Epstein was that pervert who was tied to the Clintons, the Trumps, and a lot of other high-profile people who was engaged in sex trafficking. Used to run a plane that people referred to as the Lolita Express, if I remember correctly, out to his Virgin Island home, where apparently he kept a number of people that you would refer to as sex slaves for him and his friends to have fun with, I guess you could say. But of course, back a few years ago, he was let off scot-free. Really served no time for anything except like he'd go in for a few hours a day once a week. You know, once a week he'd go in for a few hours during the day and then they would let him go home. So really he didn't serve any time for a very heinous crime against minors. But of course, because he committed suicide, everyone's starting to wonder, did the Trumps do it? Did the Clintons do it? Is it possible that this guy realized he was facing life in prison and possible prison-style justice for molesting and raping minors? You know, those are the people that end up getting hurt in prison and murdered in prison. Maybe he didn't want to go through that. But let's look at the ideas of if he did or didn't do it. Okay. We know Bill Clinton and Donald Trump both are tied to Jeffrey Epstein. They have both visited with Jeffrey Epstein. They've gone to parties with Jeffrey Epstein. One of those two was actually accused of raping a 13-year-old at one of those parties. It wasn't Bill Clinton. But we also know, though, that Bill Clinton rode or flew on the Lolita Express jet of Jeffrey Epstein's. Whereas believed that he could have partaken in sex acts on that flight. Do we know that for sure? No. We also don't know for sure about the Donald Trump allegation. But that's the only person that has the allegations there. People believe that Hillary Clinton has had thousands of people killed, if you listen to the conspiracy theorists out there. But she's had a public life, and so was her husband for the most part. So what benefit would they have had? Because the information is still going to be there. It's still going to come out. Just because he killed himself doesn't mean that we don't know that Bill Clinton hung out with the guy and possibly did things that were improper and disgusting. Even Governor Bill Richards, apparently, of New Mexico, has been caught up in that. Where he may have been having flings with some of Epstein's sex slaves. None of this we know for sure. What we do know, though, is that yes, he was tied to Clinton and he was tied to Trump. Could Trump or Clinton, the Clinton family or the Trump family, have had him offed? Sure. Should we look into it? Sure. But it's also possible that Epstein was connected to a lot of other underground people that would have wanted him dead. Or a lot of other rich people that we all know, but we don't know who were involved with him. Now, I'm not 100% sure on anything, but I do believe, just my thought, is that Epstein probably committed suicide because he didn't want to face life in prison and not being able to live in his posh, comfortable surroundings. Talk about an entitled piece of shit. Anyways, been the Big Ranch Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck. Jeffrey Epstein, dead by suicide, according to authorities. Anyways, have a great day. I'll see you down the road.